So here's a little thought experiment. Imagine that I spent a lot of time making a gift for you, or spent a lot of time shopping for it, and I wrapped it up and gave it to you with a great deal of intention, and then you ended up stepping on it or throwing it out. How do you think that would make me feel? Well, that's essentially the idea behind caring for creation. God has given us this beautiful and gracious gift, and it's up to us to care for it and to respect it and to reverence it for the gift that it is.
When we care for the environment, we care for the bounty of the Lord. And that bounty is given to every one of us, not just some of us, but every one of us to enjoy and to sustain our needs.
The support system of human life. That's what the environment turns out to be. It's what produces food, the air to breathe, the water or the rain to fall into water. Our life is so bound with creation that we're bound to respect it if it is also to serve us.
Because creation is a gift from God, we're asked to steward it. The book of Genesis asks us to keep and till the natural world. And sadly, we've done a very good job tilling it, but not such a great job keeping it.
When creation suffers, it hurts most the poorest of people. Poor people generally have to depend so much more on the water, on the climate, because that's how they make their livings. They are very vulnerable to climate change. Think about farmers. If there is a 2 or 3 degrees increase in temperature, then people cannot grow the same thing in the same area. So the care for creation translates directly into the care for our brothers and sisters.
Laudato Si calls all of us to care for the natural world. Now the call and how we live it out depends on who we are. If we're a young person, it may mean something as simple as recycling or consuming less. If we're an adult, it may mean making decisions in our corporation and at our workplace that affect the environment in a more positive way, and especially making decisions that take into account the needs of the poor.
Caring for creation, it calls for a certain kind of a unity or reciprocal relationship between man and his environment. We receive the earth as a garden. It will be very unfair if we pass on the earth as a wilderness.
Good morning, everybody. First and foremost, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being willing to listen to what the messengers are going to be delivering. Thank you for asking questions during the last hour of this presentation. My name is Tim Reckmeyer. I'm a member of this church. On behalf of the Creation Care team that's here at the church, we're thrilled to have all of our presenters and speakers and be able to bring this event to you guys. I'm going to be the moderator. My day job is not monitoring big events, so please cut me a little bit of slack. I'm going to try to do the best that I can. But with that, I'm going to kick it over to Pastor Dan Poffenberger, who's the lead pastor here at Shepherd the Lake.
First of all, with your applause, would you just say thank you to Tim? He is the Lord himself. Again, my name is Pastor Dan Poffenberger. On behalf of all the people here, just a very special welcome to each and every one of you. Our hope for this was that this is a community event, and so our role here basically is to host, and we hope that you have a great experience here. And I'm glad that you have brought your whole self to this. And really, this event will become much richer if you participate. So as you listen, and as you see images and words and facts, take notes, write questions. Because we're going to want to hear your voice today, and we're going to want your questions to help fill this with even more meaning than what the presenters are bringing. I have an opening prayer, so if you would, whatever your faith tradition may be, if you would please just join me. Let us pray. Good God, creator of the world, draw us in today into a time of learning and listening, speaking and imagining. You have created a beautiful world. Let us talk about how to care for it in ways worthy of your creative spirit. We know that in the gathering of people, power is present among us. Your spirit stirs and moves and gives us courage to remember that all good gifts come first from you. We praise you for this creation in the words of the psalmist, sung by our ancestors in faith for generations. God speaks, the heavens are made. God breathes, the stars shine. God bottles the waters of the sea and stores them in the deep. All earth be astounded, stand in awe of all. Be with us today in our words, thoughts, and actions. In all things we are grateful. Amen. You should have been offered a handout today. If you have one, take a look at it. If you want to share with your neighbor, please do. I want to say a huge thank you to both John Abraham and Paul Douglas. They are our keynoters today. We are grateful for their gifts, their insight, their knowledge, and their call to action. So thank you both John and Paul for being with us today. And for Dwayne Davis and Sarah Lawton, Glenn Skuda, and Tyler Sitt, we asked a number of faith leaders from a diverse group of faith communities to come and offer something as well. So you're going to hear from their voices today, and then we're going to spend quite a bit of time in question and answer time that Tim is going to moderate. There will be a microphone that will be available to you. We're looking forward for a rich exchange. So Paul Douglas will be leading off with our keynote on the intersection of faith and weather. With your applause again, would you please welcome Paul Douglas.